Nugent Hopkins. Pass down. The Edmonton Oilers, using that power play prowess, are back within one.
Boy, you never snap this puck around. So disciplined against the Edmonton Oilers. They've been great, the Vancouver Canucks. They haven't taken penalties the traditional way. That too many men penalty though. Short work in this power play. Tic-tac-toe finish. Down low, bumper, Draisaitl with a perfect one-touch pass to McDavid. He's not going to miss from there. And they've clawed back to within one. What a passing play. Getting involved early in this season.
Earlier today, talking with Curtis Lazar. Tell the players love Kuzmenko. Here's McDavid! And they score!
Here on this shift. Starts off with a block. He takes it high, and then he gets his feet moving. Little chop through one. Chops it again. Finds the loose puck on the forward check. And a beautiful backhand pass to McDavid, fires up his own rebound and punches it through Demko. Hard work, defensive zone to the offensive zone of McDavid. You know, once he's in tight.
Face off to the left of Campbell. Horvat takes a lot of face-offs, but the Oilers are the ones that came up with the puck there. Quinn Hughes trying desperately to stop Evander Kane. A pass back to Connor McDavid. And there you have it, a hat trick for the Oilers captain.
Storm back and have scored 5 straight now. Good face-off win. A battle in tight between two guys that take a ton of face-offs and Draisaitl on the Horvat. And right there just puts it.
Who finds Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl stops. Barry at the blue line. Takes a look to Draisaitl again. Down low. Kane. McDavid scores! McDavid's power play goal puts the Edmonton Oilers within 2.
This is why Daryl Sutter made that expression after the penalty was taken, because this is what the Oilers can do in the power play. You know it, you have to be aware of it, but that pass right there, just a perfect little feed through the defender by Kane. Down from Draisaitl, puts it through.
A pass slightly off the mark, a dart down the middle. Aho had it popped off his stick. Kotkaniemi pulls up, tries to center, picked off by Draisaitl. The net is empty. McDavid is free. He scores, and this game is over. Edmonton 6, Carolina 4.
Give Carolina anything. And Slavin was a little disappointed. This pass attempt across the middle by Kotkaniemi kind of gave him a look afterwards. Had full possession in the offensive zone.
It's interesting, Derek King, the interim coach last year, Louis, is now serving as Luke Richards' chief assistant.
And I think that's great.
McDavid, a wrist shot, score! Hate to say I told you so.
Buy a lottery ticket.
18 seconds in, this game is tied. That was a bullet.
And I'm glad I shut up, because as soon as he got that puck in the neutral zone, you could just feel it. Listen, for Connor McDavid, he was held pointless for a couple games, had a big assist in the game versus St. Louis last night, and he was all over it in the first period. You just get the sense that he's starting to dial it in to his caliber. What a shot up over top of the glove. Look at that look afterwards by Stalock.
McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, back to McDavid. 4-on-3 continues. Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl one touch. McDavid, Draisaitl again. McDavid one touch, and that was deflected behind Stalock for the equalizer. McDavid put it on net, and I believe Stalock got a piece.
Not too many players in the National Hockey League can move it around the way McDavid and Draisaitl did in this sequence. Tried to go low. The fall down right there, Bouchard. He might have had a tap in if he was still standing. But what do? Back and forth. He'd have a goaltender that's tracking the puck well, make him track. Back and forth. This time he just can't get a clean save on that quick one time.
Bouchard, McDavid. Bouchard a one-timer, and that ticked off Stalock. kicked out. Bouchard had it. Dickinson in his grill. Bouchard fought him off, threw it across. McDavid, beautiful drag move to the net, scores! Hat trick, Connor McDavid! The 12th of his career! And it's 5-4 Edmonton!
He just kind of brings it back right there, first stick. And it was Dickinson who has a long reach, and then watch just the aggressiveness of McCabe coming out to try and pressure McDavid. That's what happens if you come at him too fast, though. You catch him, he catches you flat-footed, so good at moving laterally, and then picks the 5-hole. What a fake. Had an option to go side of the net on a pass. Have to always respect that. It's Evander Kane, but what a finish by Connor McDavid.
And the Flames couldn't get anything more on that play, so Ceci skates to the red line, dumps it in. McDavid, quick shot on net, and somehow he scores. This game is tied at 2 in the third.
And watch this, Markstrom comes out. He's out of his net, gets back into it. He thinks this is going to go all the way around. It does. It gets by him. He doesn't play it for McDavid. That's just great awareness to understand that Markstrom wasn't set. Throw it into a goaltender.
Trying to tuck it inside the Nashville line. But brought the other way, Niederreiter. Lead pass picked off. Niederreiter finished his check on Hyman, but here's McDavid. To the net, scores! They had it finished announcing the prior goal before McDavid buries 3-1.
Right away, McDavid's line comes over the boards, and they had a couple good chances as well. Just a nice chip in the neutral zone. Zach Hyman takes a hit to make a play. Right there on the boards, little chip to McDavid with speed, and I like this. He elects to shoot, picks the 5-hole. He's so good at getting that shot away. No look, bang. Right through the 5-hole of Zaros. And I think he changed things up, give the penalty kill a little different look. He got that one away.
Off the draw, McDavid fires and scores! He's got 2! And Edmonton running Nashville right out of the building!
Second face-off play that McDavid tried to take that shot instantly. The glass by Lazon on a good stick. This one gets it away too quick. And that's that conviction on his shot this year. The one-timer you saw, he looked up to the sky, knew it was a great opportunity, up over the blocker. Saros on this one picks the corner. 11th goal of the season for Connor McDavid. Never looked down at that puck.
With Hyman pressed against the end boards. Eric Howlett, backhand flip, and eventually knocked away, and Jesper Brad's off to the races. To the net, the center pass, beautifully played. Darnell Nurse with the denial. Zach Hyman the other way. Centers, reach shot, score! McDavid converts! Nurse, the play at one end, and McDavid with his league-leading 12th.
Outnumbered rush one way after a little bit of a toe pick by Ceci, caught flat-footed, and this puck just bounces straight back out of the zone off a skate. And a 2-1 develops with Hyman, and a beautiful pass across to Connor McDavid. He finishes quickly. Blackwood was there, excellent left-to-right movement by him, but not going to stop that shot as he puts it up over top of the pad, past the blocker. 1-0 Edmonton.
Did that with his back left instep there. Made it look easy. Mason Berry. Draisaitl. McDavid heading down the seam. What a beautiful move, and he finishes! 2-1, Connor McDavid with his league-leading 13th.
McDavid and Draisaitl go to work. Excellent cycle here by the Oilers. And just continue to maintain possession. Eventually for McDavid, puts it into high gear. Great deke in tight. No chance to slow him down. Once he has that couple steps of speed for Dylan Strome here, you're taking a penalty if you dig in, if you grab. Still almost gets in there a little far with the stick. But
Edmonton looking to regain the lead. Barry, McDavid, pressured by Paul. Barry, a shot, blocked in front. Loose, score! Connor McDavid pounces on a loose puck and deposits his league-leading 14th goal of the year, 2-1 Oilers.
And into the danger zone. Just hold on to this puck, move it around. McDavid comes out high into the zone so he can gain a little bit of speed. Right there, little wrister. Hyman in a battle with Chernak, can't really do anything in front of the net. and then follow the bouncing puck once again. Create that chaos. Excellent job, Hyman, standing his ground. And for McDavid,
Gene never bothered by any circumstance. Here's McDavid hitting from the net. He's open. He shoots and scores. Backhander upstairs, and Edmonton has life it desperately needed.
oh boy, that is a ridiculous goal by Connor McDavid, and it looks like he wants to try and wrap this one when he wants to go wide. Little pass by Barry. He gets a little hesitant. Watch him turn back into the middle here. Bam, right there. Once he makes that move and separates, it's open the floodgate. And he's right down the middle. Just an excellent move to bait the Hahn, go to the middle, and then a beautiful finish on the backhand side. He elevates in quick.
Leon Draisaitl moving to the middle. Nurse takes a look and decides to exit the zone. McDavid trying to come in with speed. Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores! The Oilers captain with the overtime winner!
Offensive zone doesn't work, but watch this regroup. Beautiful little pass by Darnell Nurse. When McDavid ratchets it up, give him the puck, and what a move. A little chop on the forehand side, cross grain, beats Hill. But that play right there, he separates between Stone and Pietrangelo, sorry, and puts it upstairs on the shorthand side. What a move. McDavid finishes it off.
What an electric game here tonight. The Oilers snapping a 3-game home losing streak. Scoring first, a recipe for success. Ron McLean on the panel.
Last game, they got their first shorthanded goal. Luosterainen trying to make it 2 games in a row. Broken up, and McDavid's got a breakaway. In on night. Backhander score!
3 Florida Panthers up on the rush, and then a 4th, and they're all caught on the changes. Eric Stahl goes for that change. He's hanging on the offensive blue line, and this was a good chance the other way, and this could have gone either way, but a beautiful pass up the ice, tape to tape. Tyson Barrie finds him on the fly, and he walks in beautiful backhand deke up over top of the glove hand side of Spencer.
Colin Blackwell comes up with it for Chicago. The soft toss for Dickinson. He'll go nowhere. Tracked by Kulak and punched around the boards for Draisaitl. Beautifully jousted off for McDavid. He's right by Jack Johnson. Walks it, shoots and scores! Connor McDavid extends the lead to 3-1.
He looks up, he gets this puck, he says, yep, I'm gone. And he's not going to be denied. He makes that move, and then this is a great shot to get it away far side. It's so hard to stop that one above the pad, below the blocker. And the fact that he didn't try and force this pass through Seth Jones to the one timing Zach Hyman, he just zips it home for a 2-goal lead. That is Connor McDavid at his best right there.
That was the McDavid draft.
Unbelievable. Yeah, but he is dynamic.
Here's a turnover by Campbell, but got bailed out in front, tapped ahead, and now it's Draisaitl and McDavid 2-on-1, and McDavid finishes. Edmonton regains the lead 2-1 on McDavid's 19th.
Makes the play out of the zone because he's pressured. This puck eventually will come up to him right here, and he makes that little stop. As Middleton tried to poke that puck off the stick, he finds Draisaitl and over to McDavid. What a beautiful little sauce pass over the sprawling defender. And he puts it home. As Spurgeon tried to take everything away, I mean, one of the best, if not the best passer in the game, Leon Draisaitl puts it right on the tape, and McDavid's not going to miss from there.
It was deflected and kicked back to Barrie, looking for a seam as Evans challenges up top. McDavid, shot, score!
And this is the important thing. He plays it right away. Get back up the ice. You can see Savard have to come all the way back. He's gassed a little bit. And for Connor McDavid, this is what you were talking about earlier, Jack. He's starting to shoot that puck a little more.
Goulet. Anderson coughed it up at the Oiler line. Here's Draisaitl and McDavid. Partial break. Wrist shot, score! 5-3 Edmonton. Edmonton.
Allen to the forehand side, but right here it's a nice pass by Gooley, and then everybody goes for a change, and it turns over, and McDavid's off to the races. No chance to get back into the mix from the bench. Matheson was sliding into the scene, as you see at the last second. Backhand, forehand shelf on Allen, and I mean in a split second. Give it to the speed, let McDavid do the work. And he extends the lead to 2. What a deke.
It's like he's in a Eller the game time goal. Kuznetsov wired it on net. Handcuff, Skinner made the save. Oshie tried to pop it over to Ovechkin. Back to Karlsson and a steal by McDavid. Short-handed breakaway. In on Lindgren. Scores!
Well, it just takes just that, Jack. It's unbelievable. One great stick here by McDavid. Watch him knock this down. He's in the lane. Once he gets a step, you're not catching him in this regard. And on the breakaways, we talked to him this morning about this. This was a little bit of an Achilles heel for him early in his career. But man, has he ever figured it out? Little fake.
Slipping it ahead 2-on-1. Draisaitl with Hyman. The trailer is McDavid in the pass tipped away from Hyman at the last second. Full marks for wraparound score. Alamaki with a solid defensive play, and McDavid renders it moot. A wraparound for his 23rd, 7-1.
To go for it, and that pass across to Hyman doesn't go. Watch this backhand pass, though. He knows exactly where McDavid is. I mean, that is an elite pass by Leon Draisaitl. Spin backhand on the tape, and what a finish to wrap it home by McDavid. Good luck trying to stop that.
Draisaitl up the center, stopped by Gostisbehere. Stepping up, Tyson Barrie. Hyman driving, centering pass, and a one-timer score! McDavid, it just got over the goal line.
They're taking it to this team, but there's no need to whoop it up and add insult to injury. No question about that beautiful pass by Hyman, though. Just a terrific job by him to protect this puck. And watch McDavid just kind of wait, slips into that spot at the perfect time.
They're trying to go inside on Tour, could not beat him there.
Very aggressive on the penalty kill, Minnesota.
Rodin and McDavid entangled, pops loose for Barrie. Nugent Hopkins surveys, centers. McDavid shoots and scores! A goal in 7 straight games, and what a look for Brian Nugent Hopkins.
This work in the corner by McDavid. Leon Draisaitl fights off 2 Minnesota Wild on an aggressive penalty kill, but this is what happens if you get too aggressive. Now the puck has possession. That pass was amazing. Right on the tape. Threw everybody in for McDavid. He wastes little time in putting that up over top. It's incredible, and you know, it's just one of those things you do have to constantly remind yourself, and coaches remind players all the time, keep your feet moving. You get a puck on your stick, you look up, you want to make a play. Sometimes
McDavid scores coast to coast, beating Lankinen. A brilliant maneuver, and it's 5-3. Power play goal for Connor McDavid, his league-leading 26th.
With this guy, he's caught me a few times. On the entry, outside, inside, zip it short side. Yeah, thank you very much. And just a little feed in the neutral zone by Draisaitl, puts it on the stick of McDavid with speed, and I mean, it's just not fair sometimes. And yeah, I destroyed that call for you, buddy. Sorry about that.
Well, this is now 3 minutes, Louis, that Edmonton's been on the power play, and they haven't gotten a shot on net, let alone a goal. Drop pass by Barrie. McDavid racing in, trying to change that. Snapped one home! That's all he needs! And it's lights out. Connor McDavid, his 27th, 2-1 Edmonton.
Shot up over top of the blocker of Jordan Binnington. You can see him wind this up, and they've been having trouble getting in on the entry. This time, he just says again, I'm going to take the first man on myself, gets by that first checker right here, gets through the stick of Toropchenko, and then he zips it through far side, bar down on Jordan Binnington. Not a whole lot you can do on that. He can change from backhand to forehand so fast.
McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Draisaitl. One-timer Barrie and a save. Dostal, big hop on the rebound. Benoit can't get there. McDavid will. 15 seconds on the 5-on-3. Draisaitl peering inside, in front, and McDavid ties it.
This one's going to stay in the back of the net, and here's a good recovery once again. The Anaheim Ducks very aggressive on the penalty kill, but Edmonton just continues to overload, come up with that loose puck, put it in the hands once again, and just a beautiful pass by Draisaitl. Once he has this puck on his stick in a stationary position, he can pick whoever he wants to go to, and he threads the needle right to 97 into the back of the net. Good pickup by McDavid, great finish.
Nurse stays right with him, centering pass him. As he was being sent prone to the ice, Robertson still got a shot off, but chopped it up over the net. Ryan Suter stepped up. Puljujärvi hit him, and now CC. McDavid's away to the net, shoots and scores! Edmonton extends to a 5-3 lead, and McDavid, your game breaker, delivers in a clutch moment.
The speed through the neutral zone. Cody Ceci skates it up, gives it to him, and he just takes off. And this time, he doesn't choose to pass. He has Hyman over to the right-hand side on a 2-on-1. But he says, you know what, enough of this. I'm going to bury this myself. And that's exactly what he does for his 29th goal of the year. You talk about a game in the balance, 3-3 in the third period. Draisaitl with an amazing play over to Foegele.
Hyman, his shot deflects to the corner. Pesser trying to hold his position. Eventually worked it back to Edmund Larson. A toss off the boards, swatted down by Kulak. Draisaitl in the middle. Hyman unloads, backdoor one-timer, score! What a play by Hyman! And McDavid has his 30th of the campaign, 2-0.
Jay Woodcroft loading up at the end of this period with the big line. Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman, the chemistry is there. And what a beautiful backhanded pass right there under the tape. And then with two Vancouver Canucks crawling all over him, he's able to find McDavid, who wins that battle back to the front of the net and tucks it into the wide.
So Mangiapane in the box for the second time. This is the third power play of the game for the Oilers. They're 0 for 2. Hyman kicks the puck free to Draisaitl. Back to McDavid. Takes a look. Shoots. Scores! McDavid posted in the power play. And the Oilers take their first lead of the game.
And with that goal, McDavid extends his scoring streak to 16 games. And that is just a shot that's going to be next to impossible to stop. There's Draisaitl. He spots McDavid. Watch this. So he walks to his, the goaltender's right, opens up another lane, and it's just perfectly placed off the left post. McDavid does such a great job keeping that puck away from Lindholm, who's so good with that stick.
But that's a bit of score effects, Louis, with a 4-goal lead. I'm not.
I can promise you the coaches won't like it.
No, exactly. Here's a steal by McDavid, heading for the net, shoots and scores. And Connor McDavid, you had the feeling you weren't getting through 60 minutes without him getting on the board. That's 32 and a 7-2 lead for Edmonton.
I got to tell you, Connor McDavid last year would have passed this puck. And it's a subtle difference for McDavid, but it's a potent one. I'll tell you what, he is just burying. I mean, he did have an open man where he could have threaded that across in a 6-2 game. I like the fact that he decided to take this shot.
By the way, on the power play goal scored by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, it's Draisaitl and Hyman who will draw the assist as that puck caromed off of Hyman. Here's McDavid breaking around Soucy on net, scores! 2-0 Edmonton. McDavid, his league-leading 33rd.
And once he has that step, you know he's taken that to the horn, and he's been so good at driving that puck to the net. Great finish on the far side. But it's Janmark right before he goes off for a change right here. Little tap pass into the middle, and McDavid is gone. What a finish. But sometimes you just need to answer the bell.
Well, and Edmonton certainly has from a physical perspective tonight, not just with the fighting. Here's a steal by McDavid. He'll challenge the Kings with a reach shot, scores! And just like that, in one motion, the captain has changed the game.
And maybe they won't after this goal by McDavid. This is a zinger. I mean, he gets it off on the fly. He's as good as anybody at doing it. You have to respect the speed. So when he backs in, now this is Kempe, a forward who's in the defensive positioning here. Sorry, it's Dowdy, not Kempe, 8, not 9, but he's all the way back.
Kulikov challenging Holloway in the corner. Kulak across the CC, a shot handled by Gibson. Juicy rebound taken by the veteran Cam Fowler. Pulled off the puck by Yamamoto. Now McDavid breaks loose. Little spin move on his backhand. Scores! Sensational goal for the captain, Connor McDavid. And Edmonton extends to a 3-1 lead.
But again, it's the forecheck of Edmonton. This is full possession. Fowler has this puck, and Yamamoto, with his tenacity, steals it. McDavid picks it up, little spin move, and he just leaves Zegras in the dust there. He can stop so quickly. Watch this. Slams on the brakes. Watch him fly right by, and a beautiful backhand finish for Connor McDavid.
That was Malkin-esque. The rebound, pitchfork successfully back to center. Barry on the retrieval to McDavid, nudged ahead for Leon Draisaitl. Now McDavid to the net, wrist shot, score! Connor McDavid makes his 26th birthday a celebratory one. His 15th power play goal of the year, 1-0.
Good defending by the San Jose Sharks. Ferraro's had 3 or 4 excellent blocks in this one. And he just had one on McDavid before this puck was out of the zone, but it's the re-entry. Quick little gain to the zone, nice little pass by Draisaitl, and you put him in that position, he picks a corner, bar in. And Connor McDavid, as you mentioned, happy birthday, gives his team the 1-0 lead.
Draisaitl pulled it free. McDavid back to Tyson Barrie. Now Nugent Hopkins wired it on that save. Kakkinen backdoor tap in. McDavid's got 2 set up by Leon Draisaitl. Birthday number 26 means goal number 37. 3-0.
And takes the space that's given to him. Uses Ferraro as a screen. It's a good save right in the middle. And then a beautiful pass over to McDavid as he funnels to the net. And Draisaitl just shovels it to him, and he shovels it into the open net for his second of the game, and 3-0 Edmonton. Beautiful pass.
Clipped by Derek Ryan, maintaining on his backhand. Spin it around the boards. Beniers ushers it on. But now Draisaitl's on the puck to the middle for McDavid. Cuts around Burakovsky. One man goes down. McDavid shoots and scores. Brilliant rush by the captain. And Edmonton has tied the game on McDavid's league-leading 38th.
And allows him an easy entry into the zone. Draisaitl gets it to him at the perfect time with speed. And then right there you can see Schultz just trying to cross over. Blows a wheel, takes him out of that play. And that allows McDavid to go one-on-one with Alexiak. He uses the big man as a screen and shelves him past Jones. That is a shot that he is perfecting. Off the fly, through the screen, under the bar. I mean, no chance for that one.
Chernak to Kucherov, lost the handle. Nurse. Now 2-on-2, McDavid and Hyman. Forced out wide, around home in the net, short side, stop it, scores! Connor McDavid has made it 4-3 with his 39th of the season.
Transitional play. Difficult for this line to get any traction out of their zone in the neutral zone. And then bang, the turnover, and McDavid goes to work, and he goes right inside. And makes a great drive to the net. Now I wonder, are they going to try and challenge this because of contact?
Horvat. Centering pass comes all the way out to Ekman Larsson, the shot. And foiling that attempt was Stuart Skinner. And on the counterattack, here comes Connor McDavid. Driving to the net. He scores! The first NHL player this season to 40 goals in game number 48 for Connor McDavid.
And for McDavid, he just senses an ability to get up the ice, and he's open. It's a beautiful pass onto the tape, and that's what that point is for right there. Out of the defensive zone, it's Hyman that threads the needle onto the tape, and he comes in the breakaway, and just that quick little wrister 5-hole past Martin makes it 1-0 Edmonton. And Tyson Barrie just does a good job to get there and tap it home.
Hyman and Nurse picking up the assists. Hyman continuing his point gathering as Connor McDavid with a beautiful backhand. And he makes it 4-1 for the Edmonton Oilers. Goal number 41 on the season for the Oilers captain.
This has been the game plan right from the get-go for the Oilers. Get a puck in deep, work it off the cycle, grind pucks to the net. And for McDavid, he's looking around for an option. Plants himself behind the net, and then eventually just says, you know what, I'm going to step out. That first step is so fast. He's already out above the net before you realize that he's in a dangerous position. So this time he passes it. Once he sees a little lane open, quick step right there on the little swing stick by Jones. He walks around it.